Hello, this is Yaakov Kronenberg from Jerusalem, and tonight we'll be talking about, we'll be doing another class in our series of classes on Libra ascendant, Venus and the different signs. Tonight we'll be doing Venus in Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn is, of course, an interesting combination. It has a certain, it's considered a good place for Venus, because Venus works very well in earth signs, and Capricorn is an earth sign. So we like that. And Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, remember, Venus is the planet of love. If you want to see their approach to love, you look at the sign that it's working through. So when Venus is working through Capricorn, Capricorn is very much career-oriented, success-oriented, wants to get ahead in life, wants to get to honor, wants to get to a high position. So Capricorn is Venus in Capricorn is not going to marry a poor person, especially, this works equally for men and women. The Venus in Capricorn wants someone who's going to lift them up, make them higher, right? They want somebody who's successful. Venus in Capricorn wants a man who's successful, who's a winner, right? They don't want losers. They want somebody who's gonna improve their standard of living, improve their life, get them the things they want. That's the Venus. Of course, they want love too, but again, everything goes together. All things considered, they're not like Venus in Pisces, wants to take care of the misfortunate. These people, Venus in Capricorn, want somebody who's very successful as a partner. Venus in Capricorn is interesting in the Libra chart. First of all, it's going to be squared to the ascendant, right? Because again, Libra wants marriage, Venus in Capricorn wants career, and the marriage and the career sometimes, if a person is too career-oriented, it can conflict with their marital life. And so people with Venus in Capricorn in this position, they tend to have to make adjustments in order for their marital life to succeed, so they can have a career, but also, keep their marriage going. Venus in Capricorn is interesting because it falls in the fourth house. The fourth house is the house of the home, the family, a lot of the parents. I don't know, my teacher used to hold that if it's a female chart, then the fourth house is talking about the father. If it's a male chart, then the fourth house is talking about the mother. So tonight we're going to see a chart of a woman who has Venus in the fourth house. So it's going to talk about her father. But in any case, before we come to that, just the idea is that when you have the ruler of 1 and 4, the parental influence on the child was extremely important. Right? Because there's going to be very, very attached to the home and the family. And the person who has the ruler of 1 and 4 is going to be very attached to the home and the family. Because the ruler falls in the fourth house. It's interesting, I have two daughters. One of them has the ruler of the ascendant in the fourth house, and one has the ruler of the ascendant in the 10th house. So the one has the ruler in the fourth, I told her, you want to be outside and you're going to end up inside. And the one who has the ruler of 1 in the 10th, because she's a Cancer rising, she wants to be at home. I told her, you want to be at home, but you're going to be outside. Because she has the 1 and the 10, and Be'emet, it's working like that. The daughter has the Libra, who has Taurus rising. She has a ruler in the 4th, and she's at home with a lot of kids. And the other one, the younger one, is out as a nurse, and she's working all the time in the hospital, working. And so you see where the ruling planet is. You fulfill your life through that house. And so a person who's got 1 and 4 is very influenced by the family. The home is very important. It's very hard to break their roots, their connection with their family when you have 1 and 4. Tonight I want to look quickly at the chart of a very famous woman. She influenced a lot of children in the 50s and the 60s in America. She had a talk show, she had a television show, I think, called the Shari Lewis Show. Her name was Shari Lewis. That wasn't her real name. Her real name, she was her first marriage. She had a very short first marriage to a man called Lewis, and she kept the name. But her real name was Horowitz, a nice Jewish girl. Her father was a professor at Yeshiva University. Interesting. And he was the official magician of New York City, from what I understand. Franklin, what's his name? I forget the name. Theodore LaGuardia was the mayor of New York and made him the official magician of New York City. And so he had a powerful influence on Shari Lewis. He, from the age of 3, she was involved, she would be involved in his magic tricks, and he taught her the profession. And she built on that, and she studied acting, and she became an extremely talented ventriloquist, and all sorts of things like that. And she became eventually a big star. And so you see that in her chart right away when you see 1 and 4, the parental influence. You always ask the person with 1 and 4, did your parents have a very powerful influence on you? A woman, you'll ask about her father. A man, maybe you'll ask more about the mother. But it doesn't always work 100% like that. And so if you look at her chart, you'll see she had the Libra rising, Venus in the 4th house, and she had also Mercury also in the 4th house. So you see the artistic communication going together. We've seen that lots of times, the Venus-Mercury conjunction. And a lot of it was due to the father, really. It's an interesting chart. She also had the moon. You see, she had the moon in the 1st house. On the moon, almost exactly on the ascendant. Very interesting. And the moon is coming from the 10th house, the career. So always what do you have on the ascendant is something that was given to you. And so you see she has the ruler of the 10th on the 1. It means her career was given to her. She was born with her career in her pocket. And that basically was, right, the moon rules childhood. And she got her, and children, right, her television show was for children. But she got that from her father, right? She was born with that, at an early age. She got that talent and was given to her. So it's very interesting. So you see that, the moon there, and the moon indicates working with children, a connection with children. And her second marriage was very successful. She married a man who was a tremendously successful publisher, a very wealthy man, and they were madly in love. They say after 20 years of marriage, they were still, they acted like they were in love with each other. And in any case, right, so the second marriage, you see, the first marriage was very short and bad. You see, you look at it, she had Mars ruling the first marriage in the 12th house, the house of enemies. Second marriage, you look at it, it's more ruled by Gemini, under Gemini marriage, and that had Venus ruling it, and Mercury ruling it, and Venus was conjunct to it. So it's an interesting combination. Unfortunately, she died very early. She had uterine cancer. And you see she had a difficult 12th house, 3 planets there, Mars and Jupiter. Jupiter signifies growths of all kinds, right? The planet of expansion, unlimited expansion, right? When Jupiter is connected to Mars, Mars speeds up the expansion in the house of illness. So she died at an early age. But in any case, I hope everybody enjoyed the class, and thanks for listening.